What up, what up, what up? What's going on, guys? Your boy Jez. Welcome back for another Madden 25 online ranked match. This was actually a game played during my live stream about 2-3 days ago. So if you guys have not already, please follow the live stream. You should see it on the bottom of your screen. Also, I want to go ahead and mention that the podcast that me, Ash, and Adam are doing will not be uploaded tonight due to some issues where we're all unable to get together at a time to record. So we will definitely be doing that hopefully by this weekend. It just won't be tonight, but a lot of people have been asking. A lot of people are curious as we give up a touchdown first play of the game. Just ugly. But yeah, anybody wondering, it won't be tonight, but we will be uploading that hopefully sometime this weekend for you guys. So don't worry if anybody's wondering why it's not uploaded tonight. So, like I said, man, Jets going up against the Packers. Packers have a tremendous offense, and that right there is one of the worst possible things that could happen. You do not want to let the Packers have a consistent run game, because that's just going to make Aaron Rodgers more deadly. That's just going to make his weapons way more effective if I have to try and key in on the run. Right there was a dropped interception. Can't say anything about that. We got lucky, which we will gladly take. 3rd and 16, man. We could get this first down. This will be huge. And we end up hitting them with the skinny. We go to San Antonio, and we pick up the first down. Now, the Jets have, some weapons. As we all know, speed is a very, very dominant thing in this game. As we end up going to Winslow. I'm talking about Wilson. We end up going to Winslow, because he's a soldier for the first down. They have weapons as far as Madden. Like I said, eat some dirt, son. Speed is a very awesome thing. And you have Hill, you have Holmes, who have tremendous speed. Right there, we end up going to Hill. Speaking of them, 95 and 94 speed. You got two guys who are very quick. And, if you get them the ball in space, they will make things happen. Right here, we go to the zig route, and Winslow is wide open. I'm starting to love the zig route more and more, man. At all times, I'm starting to see myself putting at least one zig on the field. So 7-7, man. We are now tied, so hopefully we can go on ahead and maybe let more than one play happen for him on offense. Hopefully we can. Like I said, it's a very scary thing when I go up against a very dominant passing offense like the Packers, the Patriots. I'm sure there's some more out there, but that's not coming on. The Broncos. Going up against a very heavy pass offensive team, it's always a scary thing, man, if they're able to run the ball. Because I hate people with a good run game. Because I try to, worry about one thing at a time. And I always come out in pass coverage or, a defense that's going to send pressure or whatever. I always worry about the pass. Always. Because I heard it best, man. I'm not sure who said it, but on NFL Network, somebody, when the whole thing was going on, that the coach had said he's not worried about Calvin Johnson too much from the Cowboys, whoever it was. One of the coaches said, I'm not worried about Calvin Johnson. I'm worried about Reggie Bush. And somebody on NFL Network said, my coach used to tell me all the time, don't worry about the train. Try and stop the plane. And I feel like that right there represents me as a defense. Don't worry about the train. Try and stop the plane. You can do what you want to do on the ground, because I'm never really going to try and make adjustments to it. And speaking of adjustments, we adjusted to that route. Don't test the user. He is so disrespectful. Somebody, please give that gentleman a link to my channel. Let him know, do not throw the ball my way, because the results are going to end up something like that. So, like I said, I always come out prepared for the pass, and when somebody has a very effective run game, it frustrates me, and then I start trying to choose defenses that, because the plays that I choose generally don't stop the run very well, unless you get caught up on alignment or I happen to choose the gap right manually. For the most part, you can run the ball on me pretty effectively because I'm coming out in pass defense 10 out of 10 times, right? So, seeing that first play, I know this is a long story and basically saying I hope he doesn't run the ball anymore, but that first play, I said, oh my God, don't run the ball, please. Just don't run the ball. Even though it's kind of like pick your poison. Do you really want Aaron Rodgers passing on you? You know what I mean? But nonetheless, man, Jets got, some good defensive players. Cromartie is a beast. He's got like 99 jumping, 99 man. So we already got to stop. So all we need is, hopefully 1 to 2 more, stay consistent on offense, and we should be okay. I know I'm not going to stop the Packers, too much. If you know what you're doing with them, they're one of the best teams in the game. Their offense is absolutely monstrous. So, I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself and think I'm going to get user interceptions for pick six all the time. So, all I feel like we would need is hopefully another stop or two. But it all matters about staying consistent on offense. I don't have an Aaron Rodgers. I don't have an Adrian Peterson. I don't have a Megatron. But, I got to make work with what it is I do got. So, what we do got is speed. And that right there is something I have to utilize. Holmes, Hill, and Geno Smith are very quick at their position. So, I want to get them, going. I want to get them loose. I want to hopefully be able to provide them with plays that's going to give them the best opportunity to be able to make big plays happen. Right there, we end up hitting them with the read option. And Geno Smith, I think his speed is like 82, 83, whatever it is. Definitely, fast enough for him to be able to, potentially take a read option to the house. So that right there is another added effect that I know I can bring to the table with Geno Smith. So right there, we get stopped on a triple option, 3rd and 5 right here. He calls a timeout, of course, trying to get himself back the ball. We call a screenplay, and he swats that down. Could have had the pick, but he ends up going for the swat. So 4th and 5, I decided to go for it because in this type of situation, I really don't know, man. I just feel more confident about getting 5 yards than I do about kicking a field goal, giving him the ball back with 2 minutes, and stopping him on defense. So we don't get it, and that right there sucked. We threw a pick, just a bad read by me. And again, if I kicked the field goal, I would have given him the ball back with 2 minutes left, and I feel like he was going to score probably anyway. So, I feel like touchdowns gives me the best opportunity to win. Field goals don't necessarily help me too much unless it's a blatant field, like a game-winning field goal. I mean, come on, let's be serious. But at that point in time, I feel like touchdowns is what it is I need. And right there, he throws into coverage again. Sending pressure, like they say, pressure bust pipes. And somebody's always open when I call a blitz, always. But you need to be able to locate him quickly, and you need to be able to get rid of the ball quickly as well. So right here, we end up settling for a field goal just as halftime approaches. So, right here, I'm not stupid in this situation. I'm not going to go for a touchdown with seconds remaining. All I needed was 5 yards. I felt confident about getting that. I don't feel confident about going for it on 4th and 14 and picking up a first down or a touchdown with seconds remaining. So we kick the field goal, and we go into halftime up 17-14. So, again, I would have liked to have the touchdown, especially after the interception. I was very close to returning it. I brought it back to, I think within the 10-yard line, and my red zone offense is truly an abomination. It's truly bad. I truly suck at it, and I struggle very, very bad in the red zone. So it sucks giving up points. You know what I mean? Not scoring touchdowns for field goals is a situation that I hate. But nonetheless, we do have a lead. So we have 1 half left. And then, I don't know what the deal is with this, but he decides to go for an onside kick. Thankfully, it goes out of bounds and he doesn't recover. So now we have the ball back, 17-14. Hopefully, we can go on ahead and continue to put points up. We call it a 5-wide QB draw, and we get a good 4 or 5 yards right there. 6 yards, actually. Right here, we go to the draw play. And Powell had some decent yardage. Didn't do too bad for us in the run game. And right here, we try to go back to Goodson. And right there was an opportunity. I definitely shouldn't have gotten all those yards. Possibly, maybe even tackled in the backfield. But nonetheless, man, we pick up the first down. Here we go, running with Powell in that outside. And if I can be effective on the running game, just as effective as it is against me, when I say, right there, look at it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Just leave it in there because it's so pretty. Just as easy, just as much as I hate going up against a team that runs the ball very effectively, because I know that I'm a keying on it and he's going to be able to beat me with the pass eventually. That's what I hope for on offense. I hope to run the ball very well and hopefully have my defense, my opponent, I should say, defense, trying to stop the run heavily, and then that's where I come in over the top and catching you off guard. So just like that last touchdown I threw, obviously he came in stacking the box, coming in some run defense, and we end up just streaking Santonio Holmes, catching him over the top, caught him napping, and I know that had to do with me running the ball successfully that drive. So he's already in field goal range, so worst case scenario for me, hopefully we just give up a field goal because that still gives us a 1-possession lead. Hopefully he doesn't score a touchdown, and he does. He finds somebody wide open in the back of the end zone, and now I'm only up 3. Now I'm getting a little worried, because even though I scored the last drive, I still felt like, it was a long drive. It wasn't a drive that I had a lot of success with big plays. It was a drive that took some time to develop, and that right there worries me. When I'm not able to get any big play potential, I feel like I can just be stopped at any given moment. So hopefully that's not the case here. Going into this drive, I definitely was a little bit worried. So you see me going back to the run on back-to-back plays, and thankfully Powell hits that outside, and he's been doing a great job in that outside. We actually take it back for a touchdown, and that right there was good, because like I said, I haven't been really doing too many big plays. And if you guys watch my videos, you guys know I do a lot of big plays, a lot of the skinny routes and passing plays, and he's done a good job at limiting that. So thankfully the run is going well for us, because the pass really isn't doing too great, but the run is doing a good job. So as long as we can keep that up, we're in good shape. So we're up 10, and I feel like one more stop and this game could potentially be over. Right here, he gets himself a first down, and I'm hoping for, or even if we hold him to a field goal, because if we hold him to a field goal, a touchdown puts us up over the top, and I feel like game is over. So as you see, Aaron Rodgers just being Aaron Rodgers, throwing dots, threading needles, and that's what he does. That's why I feel like he's the second best player in Madden. If anybody has any questions on why I feel like he's the second best player, on who I think is the first player, it's Adrian Peterson. Not too sure how I started with the ball right there. How the hell did I get the ball? Okay, I really have no idea how I ended up with the ball. I had to stop the commentary. I looked at the video that I edited. The guy, if you guys want to rewind it, Aaron Rodgers, right before the fourth quarter ends, throws the pass. He gets tackled with about 2 seconds remaining. Definitely not enough time for him to call a no huddle and get a play and get a turnover. He picks up the first down. The fourth quarter begins, and I start with the ball. I have no idea how the hell that happened. I wish I knew. But anyways, we throw an interception right there. I definitely wasn't expecting him to snag that over the top, but he did. So, he rolls out, and on the run, he just throws the dot. And Aaron Rodgers is just doing what Aaron Rodgers does. So right here, we send dual edge, but he gets it off in time, throwing a quick little drag route. Now he's still in this game. A touchdown brings in only the 3 points. Also, a field goal makes it a one-possession game. So it's still an opportunity for him. And right now he's rolling. He's rolling. He's throwing dots. I'm having a difficult time, not only getting to Aaron Rodgers, but, trying to get a stop. Right there, looked like I read it, but we dropped the user interception, which is always frustrating, right? You always feel like EA should reward you for, having a user stick. But 3rd and 3 right here. See if we can go ahead and stop him. And he does. He throws a second dropped interception in the same drive, man. You got to love it. So he settles for a field goal. Can't be mad at him. He makes it a 7-point game, and he ends up kicking it off this time, because last time he came out in onside. But, he believes in his defense, and after throwing that last interception, and again, I have no idea how the hell I started with the ball in the fourth quarter. Look at it, guys. Rewind the gameplay. Oh, my God, that was a beautiful juke. Rewind the gameplay, right? Look how the third quarter ends, because I show every single play. The third quarter ends with him picking up that first down, and there was like 3 seconds on the clock, right? Or 4 seconds, however much time. Definitely nowhere near enough time for him to no huddle and get a turnover. And I start the fourth quarter with the ball. How the hell? I don't know. I'm confused here, but nonetheless, man, we're up a touchdown with ball. You see, we're just trying to kill clock. He's wasting timeouts right here. And first down potentially ends the game. So all we need is 1 first down. 2-minute warning's already here. No, never mind. He calls his timeout. And we try a read option with Garrard. Geno Smith got injured for the game. So 1 first down wins us this game. But an injury timeout happens right before the 2-minute warning. Don't you love that? Don't you just love that? Whenever you're trying to kill clock, something always goes against you, like injury timeouts or whatever. But I believe Garrard gets injured as well. And then Sanchez comes in. All we got to do is kneel the ball. And that's exactly what we do. We end up coming away with the victory, winning the game. So if you guys stuck with me this long in the video, I would really appreciate it if you guys did me a favor. Yes, this is a favor. If you guys followed me on Twitch, please, if you don't have a Twitch account, make one. It takes no more than 30 seconds. Follow me. That way when I stream, you get an email. Twitch.tv/Mr. Golden Sports. There's a follow button right underneath the player window. Right underneath the screen, just scroll down a little bit, you'll see a follow button. Hit that, and it would just mean a lot to me because I love live streaming, getting people in the stream, playing games for you guys, interacting with you guys, having conversations, playing with and against you guys and things like that. So, I'm definitely just trying to, live stream often and get a lot of people in there. Right now, I'm definitely getting more viewers. I went from getting if I didn't do a video promoting that I'm live streaming, I usually got 15, 20 people. Now, I'm getting about 50 to 60 to 70 without a video. If I do a video saying I'm live streaming, I'm getting about 200 in there. But, I want to get to the point where I just live stream and bam, 200 people kicking back, chilling, watching Madden, having a good time. So if you guys could follow me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/MrGoldenSports. So as you guys see, we end up coming through with the victory and very, very, very good game. And we end up getting 10 points from it. So that's the end of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. So you guys know your boy GS, and we love each and every single one of you guys. Really, really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check out the content. Really, really means a lot. So as I've already stated, man, just really appreciate you guys checking out the videos. And as long as you guys continue to show support, we will continue to hopefully provide you guys with content that you guys enjoy. I'm out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.